Greetings, Revenites. How's it going? Welcome in. Oh, is Ryza sleeping?
He's always sleeping.
Alright, you're fine. Alright, quick sound check once again. Starting from the left, going to the right. Ryza, you first.
Hi, I'm Riser Blazingfang, and I just ate, and I'm a very happy dino boy because of that. Yeah!
Alright, how does that sound? Does that sound good, guys? Does that sound good? How's Ryza? I assume good? Good? Alright, Nyx, your turn.
Hello, my name is Nyx Voltaire, and I just woke up, and I can't even see my screen properly.
Alright, good. And Mlem.
My name is Malm Sundari, and I got back home.
Yay.
Yay!
Welcome home!
Thank you!
And I am Altus Zendoji. Welcome in, guys. Today we will be doing a how to play Dungeons and Dragons, a simple guide. I have written a little guide for the boys and for everyone watching, so that in the future when we do proper Dungeons and Dragons streams, one shots and whatnot, you guys will understand what's happening. So this is definitely simplified and basic here, so that you guys don't get too overwhelmed with all the information. But hopefully it should be fun for the boys and for you guys. So you know, with that, actually before that, guys, there's something ending in like 3 days. Do you guys want to tell them what it is?
Oh, I think I know what it is. Does the other boys know what it is?
The all-you-can-eat
What?
buffet at my favorite restaurant. I'm so sad.
Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry, Riser, but you know, sales and whatnot. It's gotta go.
Ad
think
time,
we're gonna
ad time,
put a
ad
nice
time.
parking lot.
Oh, shucks.
A parking lot to fill with all the ravenous goods.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
merch! Buy the
Ravenous
merch, buy the
goods.
merch, buy the
Tell me
merch.
more. What about these ravenous goods, guys?
Take it
They
away,
are
Nyx.
very cool
You heard it here.
and very cheap.
You heard it here again.
Perfect to put in your toaster.
Huh?
Oh. Oh yeah, you've been asking the Roomies to put you in toasters, huh?
Yeah,
Well,
that one.
yeah, you can put Nyx's in the toaster. He'll be very happy.
Yeah. I don't want to be putting anything. FYI.
But it's ending in 3
Silence.
days, so
What the hell?
Go
It's
buy the
ending in
merch.
3 days. Make sure, especially
3
if you are
days.
outside of Japan as well, make sure you don't wait till the last day to buy it, because there is, you know, there can be kind of delays in processing and whatnot. So make sure you buy it today or tomorrow, but today, guys.
yeah.
Go buy it right
Just
now.
buy it right now.
All of the
buy it right now.
Ravenous merch available. 1 month
Yeah.
merch anniversary here for a limited time only, then maybe never again. If you want the standees, if you want to put them in toasters or jars or whatever you want to do with them, stick them on walls, now's your chance to get it. Otherwise they'll be gone forever. Alright, with that, before I start, any of you can answer in any order, but how much D&D have you guys played before?
0,
Played
apart from
once.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Yep.
That is my D&D experience.
Alright, same as you, Ryza?
Yeah.
I did it once. However, I'd barely say it qualifies because we took way too much time making our characters, and then we only, like, we were so tired by the end of it, we only got like 30 minutes of actual D&D story in, so yeah, just once.
What about you, Memlem?
I played it for a good like 4 to 6 hours of a campaign.
Okay. Was
One,
it just
just
a
one, yeah.
okay, like a one-shot kind of thing?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Look at Memlem with the most experience between the 3 boys. All right, he's
Now
gonna
you guys
be
can
our
call me
pro
senpai.
here. Alright, so today isn't going to be a full session of D&D. I'll be teaching you guys the basics of D&D, so like character creation and a few things. We're still gonna do a bit of D&D though. It's not gonna be just tutorial only. We will be playing, we'll have a chance to roleplay and maybe some combat. We'll see how it goes. But it should be a lot of fun. Alright, so a quick summary. I can zoom in on this anyway. Quick summary, guys. This is what we're going to be covering today. The basics. What is D&D? Number 2, character creation. The boys will be making basic characters today. I'm not going to go through the whole character sheet and everything. But, you know, it's basic. They'll choose their own species or races and class and background. And then we'll show them all of the different dice. Then they'll have a bit of chance to roleplay, combat, and solve puzzles. So that should be a lot of fun. That's what's happening. Nayu is not here, unfortunately. He won't be joining us today, but he would definitely be joining us in the future. This is just
Does he know how to play D&D?
No, I'll have to give him a one-on-one session later on. But
lucky.
Yeah, just I think for time zone wise and everything, just so that we could get this on, like, get this started. This isn't our first technical session. This is more, you know, getting everything set up and getting the boys on the same page. But when I do run a proper one-shot for these for the boys, everyone will be here. Nayu will be here. All right. So. Guys, what is your understanding of D&D?
Are you asking us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Roleplay central. I think. Well, alright. Real answer. It gets way more fun if everybody's like really into it and like trying to think of like creative ways. And my favorite part of D&D is that like, since you have a dungeon master, right? You can actually like be more intuitive and like not really do things like a regular video game would. It allows you to use your creativity, I guess, in terms of like actions that you can do. So that's why I love it. And I'm so excited because we get to play more.
Very nice, very nice. Nix, what's your understanding of D&D?
Okay, so there is the DM Dungeon Master Man, who basically controls the story and has the whole story like planned out. And then the players kind of roll to either attack or miss or do certain actions. And yeah, basically that's the basics of it. But you can kind of, again, you can use your imagination to do different things. It's basically your only limit is your imagination. And then whether you are successful or not is based on the roles and what the DM decides what checks that or what doesn't. And then they kind of branch their own paths through that to get to the end that they've planned. And that's about it.
All right.
That's
nice.
my basic understanding of what it is.
And Raisa, what's your understanding of D&D?
Easy. What they said.
Alright, very good. Well, I mean, you guys are very spot on. D&D is pretty much just collaborative storytelling game where the players become characters in a fantasy world. Then one person, the dungeon master, that'll be me for this instance, sets the scene and plays all NPC characters and monsters and whatnot, while the players decide the character's actions. So for me personally, I am very roleplay heavy in terms of like, for my DMing style, I reward roleplay. So, you know, if everyone's into it, if you're like, you know, getting into character, you think about, if you want to do something, I'm not really bound by the rules. If your character doesn't have a particular skill to do, but you still want to do it, that makes sense. I will still let you try do it. I'm not gonna be like, nope, it's not in the rules, you can't do that. You know, if you think of something creative, I will reward the creativity as well. I won't punish it. So, yeah.
Yippee! He's a cool DM, chat.
Yeah, I definitely have the rule of cool
He's a chill
over
DM.
everything. So, you know, I'm not... If you guys are trying to do something, you know, you want to use some random thing as a weapon, or you want to swing on some random vine, or you want to do something that normally you can't really do in the rules, it doesn't matter, I'll let you try.
Like kiss the homies.
Yes, if you want to kiss the homies, you can do that as well. I won't stop you.
Let's go.
Oh.
Yay.
Yeah. All I ask at the end of the day is just have fun and try and make sure that everyone else is having fun. Why I say that is I'm sure you guys will be fine, but I have had players in the past who they make a character that obviously doesn't want to work with anyone else, and they have no intention in the future of working with anyone else. And then everyone hates them. They go too edgy, but without like any kind of redemption arc, if you know what I mean.
What the?
Because, you know, a lot of people, they want to make edgy characters. They'll make like a rogue or a thief with like a really sad background.
I work alone.
Yeah, they trust nobody, and that's fine in itself. If over the course of the session you're trying to, you know, your goal is for them to open up and trust the other players, but if you're like, oh, I'm just gonna steal all of the other players' stuff and take their weapons and money and everything, and just be a nuisance, then not the greatest players.
Kick them out.
Yeah, there's a lot of times where you run into players like that and they'll be like, well, it's what my character would do. I would say just don't make characters like that, guys. It's not fun for the other players when, like, you know, they have to pretend that, okay, because the thief roll is super high, they're gonna pretend that they don't know that someone's stealing all of their money, which is their teammate. So, you know, try and make sure everyone's having fun, and we should be good. Alright, here comes
Yes,
the
sir.
fun part. Creating your characters. So obviously, each of you will create your own character, take control of one character. And that's the fun part. Because you are making your own characters as well, you can give them whatever background, whatever personality, whatever kind of looks, whatever kind of species, and everything that you want. You know, you can choose to give them different accents, you can choose to give them different voices. But at the same time, don't feel like you always have to create someone 1000% different from yourself. But at the same time, you know, if that's what you like, if that's what, you know, is fun for you, go ahead and try it as well. So, basics of creating a character is you choose your species, or it used to be called race, now they're calling it species for the new 5.5 edition update. But it's pretty much the same interchangeable thing. So you choose your species, like, you know, an elf, a dwarf, whatever fantasy race you can think of. D&D has a lot of it as well. So, you know, even there are kind of robotic constructions as well, Nix. I don't know if you want to play yourself, but you know, there is ways to do that. There's like half angels, half demons, there's, you know, dragonborn, there's lots of different things, lizardmen, lots of different things. And then of course your class, like any good RPG, I'm sure at least I know 2 of you play like Final Fantasy 14, which has, you know, those kind of elements of picking your own class, those kind of things. Then after that, you pick your background, and that kind of gives you bonuses to your ability scores. So, you know, maybe you grew up as a soldier in the, you know, in your past. Maybe, you know, for your background, normally it gives you +2 to one ability score and +1 to another, which you can decide yourselves. I'll tell you more about that after, so don't worry too much about that. But pretty much your background shapes some of the ability scores that you have. Now for ability scores, they're kind of, I guess a lot of them would be, if you played any kind of RPG or JRPG, you should be able to, some of them should be familiar. There's strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Those are pretty much all your scores that pretty much determines most of the roles in the game. For these scores as well, you only have to worry about, see how there's two numbers, +2, or like, if you see strength on this screen, it'll say 15 and then a +2.
Yeah, there's usually like a baseline that you get based on your race and class and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then you can add modifiers through certain things.
Yeah, so
whether it's plus or minus.
Pretty much for this, guys, in terms of the scores, there's a lot of ways to pick out these scores as well. But the way I do it is called like a rolled way. So a menu roll in, which means that you guys kind of leave it up to gotcha. You guys will roll dice.
We love gacha, baby.
And then you guys will see. So I will let you guys, because we do have a bit of a mini session after I get through the rules. So I will let you guys roll your stats in a little bit, which should be a lot of fun.
If it's anything like Mario Party, I am doomed.
But it should be a lot of fun. You guys will understand. So normally, in terms of like your ability scores as well, there's different ways like point buy, where like you have a certain number you can put into like distribute within each stat, or you can roll for it, which is more kind of, it can get really well, it can get really poorly, or it can go average, and a few different ways. But I like the roll-in aspect, kind of leaving it up to the fate of the dice and the roll of the dice. But yeah, I will get into that very soon. But for now, I want you guys, you three, to help me out here. We're going to be building a few characters, one character each for you guys. Very basic level, but pick your species. So D&D is home to a large range of different species, both commonly and uncommonly seen in fantasy. For now, what are your favorite species? If you could just play a different character right now, don't worry if it's in D&D or not, but like what are some of your favorite races or species?
I like genies and dinosaurs and onis and
so not cyborgs,
vampires and zombies,
anything but,
and pirates, and elves. But I don't know. I want to be a dragon, man. I want to be a dragon with a massive brain.
All right.
Okay. That's a pretty.
I already thought of a story in my head already now, like
wow,
what he does and everything. I'm ready. Just thought of it.
I'll wait for the next dragon. I'm gonna just quickly draw a little thing of you guys with a massive brain. All right, you're gonna be like Megamind here.
Yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Let's give you. You know what? We'll give you
No, I'm
horns.
a dickhead.
All right. There we go.
Cute.
You are now a dragonborn with a massive head, massive brain.
So am I a dragon or am I like a half dragon like hybrid? What's a dragonborn? I'm just thinking of Skyrim. And they're like humans with dragon powers.
So a dragonborn is a sort of like I mean, it depends which edition of D&D you go after as well, but they're pretty much like I guess you consider them kind of half dragons or humanoid dragons. A lot of times they don't have tails canonically in D&D, but I feel like they look better with tails, so you know, it doesn't really matter if they have tails or not. But it's kind of like you have dragon powers, like a dragon humanoid, rather than an actual dragon.
I'm gonna look it up. Go to the other boys while I have a look.
Alright.
Oh yeah, these look sick! Yeah, I want to be Dragonborn. I'll tell you my story after. You go to the other guys.
Milam, what do you want to be?
You know, I'm a little bit basic.
That's
but
fine.
I always chose like kind of like demon characters.
In
terms of like fantasy stuff.
All right.
I'm not sure exactly what there are, but something demonic.
And so if you want to go for a demonic kind of character, there is a species or race known as tieflings. Tieflings are pretty much like half demons or cursed humans that like have demonic features, that kind of thing. You know, they can have
demon
like...
twinks.
Demon twinks.
I don't think they always have to be twinks,
me.
but yeah, I guess in Mlem's case, maybe if he wants to be.
No, I'm gonna be completely different today. I'm gonna have the hugest badonkers. I'm gonna be jacked the hell out. I'll be a jacked tiefling. Absolutely
jacked
shredded. Yeah.
All right.
It's time to live in fantasy mode.
All right. You can have almost like gut-like horns. It's like a demon. What kind of hair do you want?
Massive.
Short hair, long hair?
Oh, give me like the Yeah, I want long, luxurious hair, like super long, sexy. Let it wave, like flow in the wind. Yeah.
All right. Long,
Perfect.
short. Okay.
He's not a tiefling, he's a beefling.
Oh.
Oh shit!
All right. I see
yeah,
what
yeah.
you did there. All right, cool. We've got a super buff tiefling, and then what about you, Ryza? What do you want to be?
Well, you know, since D&D is a game where I can be anything I want to be, I'm gonna go I'm gonna go something a bit different from Riser then.
Human warrior.
I'm gonna
Most basic of basic. Human fighter.
Human fighter.
the beginner character of tanks. No, I'll probably be like, you know what? I'll go.
Someone just
like
said
a
Gale
very-
Galleon for human fighter.
You know, I'll be Galen Cass's love child. I'll be a half elf. You know, very
a
charming.
half elf. Okay, okay.
So basically, Gen 2.
All right. Half elf.
Okay.
Sure, we can do
Wait a
that.
minute, we're Gen 2.
What Gen 2
Exactly.
should have been
Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
before we were
the
corrupted.
penultimate Gen 2.
You can have. Also, sort of long hair. All right, there we go. You are a half elf.
Oh, you added more. I was like, he's pulling no one with that bowl haircut. But he's got extensions now. It's fine.
Magic.
All right. For this as well, of course, with any character you create, you need a name. What is name your characters, guys? Anyone got that name?
Drobunga.
Drobunga. Drobunga. Alright, cool. Drobunga. What about the super buff tiefling?
Wait, I'm cooking. Hold up. Wait, go to Riser. I'm
Okay.
thinking about it. I have this in my mind.
Riser.
Oh man. Okay. I will go for. I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be.
It's the hardest part of any game.
Bruh, this is hard.
Really is.
It's
the
okay.
main part.
These characters are just for today, okay? We'll like go through and make proper characters later on for the proper one-shots and stuff. So you can...
Hell no, I'm bringing Drobunga with me at all times.
I'm gonna. Okay, so my character will have like a real name, but it's like a secret. So people will only know him by his like
Okay, we can
his
get behind
alias,
that.
you know, his, like, his code name. So it's gonna be like a quote unquote.
Okay, I'll put the in
Dynamo Max.
quotes. Dynamax.
Yeah,
Okay.
with a Y.
Oh. Dynamax.
NYO.
There we go.
Dynamax.
Alright. His name's Dynamax. Alright, we'll give him some scar.
Very
to build a
subtle.
more dino. Okay. And the buff tiefling.
I got it. Maldrick, the 7th star.
Damn.
Alright. No, I like it. Definitely a very D&D-ish name. Madrick, the 7th star. The
Yeah.
7th.
With the K. With the K.
Oh, Maldrick.
Oh,
The 7th star.
damn, very
Just to be
Kardashian.
Cooler. Yeah.
Alright, there we go. We're going good. Now we have the characters. Let me just copy this so I can bring them over. Now we've figured out our species. Next one is trying to figure out what kind of class you guys want to be. If you've seen any kind of RPG, you should know most of these classes are pretty broad and kind of fill a lot of roles. But here's a quick summary, a very quick summary table I found. Okay, so there's a barbarian. These are just in alphabetical order. You can think about which one you want to be as I read them out as well. But there's a barbarian, which kind of is like primary role is a tank and does a lot of damage. Key abilities, they use a lot of strength and constitution because they're tanky. A fierce warrior with unmatched rage, excelling in melee combat and survivability.
What is constitution? What does that mean?
So constitution is kind of like in other games like JRPGs, it'd be like your vitality score. The more con you have, the more health you have, HP you have, the more you can resist certain poisons or different things like that. So yeah, your constitution is pretty much how beefy you are, how how much HP you have. So vitality, think of it as vitality. Barbarians do get an ability signature to them called rage. And pretty much when they rage, they take half damage from most weapons. So that's how they kind of tank a lot of things as well. Then there's the bard.
They seem OP.
I mean, they
That sounds busted to me.
they are pretty strong. When it comes to just Unga Bunga, I run at a monster, I slash them up, I win.
What's
But-
their downfall then?
They don't have much or any ability for magic unless, you know, it depends on your species or like if you have certain different subclasses. But most of it is just they have to run up to somebody. So if there's like a flying opponent or the opponent like teleports to a far distance, it's very hard for them to catch up. Yeah, they have to be in your face. Alright, then there's the bard. Bard is like the support spellcasting kind of class. They do have access to a lot of... They can do decent damage as well, but I think where their strength lies definitely is in support, either buffing their allies, you know, helping... they got a lot of skills that help allies get either advantage on rolls or plus certain numbers to rolls and all those kind of things. So it just makes it easier for allies to like hit hit or succeed on different things. Or they can also hinder enemies, so they can minus certain numbers from rolls on enemies and everything. So that's the kind of role bards.
It's like Sona.
Yeah.
In League.
Pretty much, because they can also heal to a certain extent as well. So yeah, a bit like Sona. And their key abilities is charisma and dexterity. So for charisma as well, one thing with bards, because when they cast spells, they use their charisma score to figure out, like, I'll explain it later, but you know, they use their charisma to see if an attack lands or if an attack succeeds and everything for their spells. But charisma is also used in roleplay. If you go up to say you go to an inn and you're trying to convince the innkeeper to give you cheaper meals or something, because you're gonna tell them a tale of the time you slew a dragon. You know, a lot of times I'll tell you to roll like a persuasion check or charisma check. And so because bards normally have high charisma, because that's what you want to put your points into, since it helps your combat as well, they're normally very good at talking. So if you like doing the talking, flirting, just being the kind of voice of the group, bards is also a good choice as well. So yeah, a versatile performer who inspires allies, casts spells, and manipulates foes. Then there's the cleric. Cleric is that healing class. Although it's not just a healing class, they get access to a lot of really good spells in this game. So, you know, I would say they're supporter and healer, but they can definitely deal quite a bit of damage as well. So, you know,
Shadowheart cleric, no?
Is
she a cleric?
I never
Pretty
finished
sure
Baldur's
she's a
Gate 3.
Well, I mean, she's like the first character you see. So did you
Yeah.
start Baldur's Gate 3?
I know how she looks
I'm pretty
like,
sure
but
she yeah, I'm pretty sure she is.
oh, she is a cleric? Okay. So stuff like if you see like healing word and stuff like that. Yeah, clerics pretty much do the healing, although I would say a lot of the times for clerics, the healing is kind of when somebody goes down, they use heals to get them back up. Because you can't out-heal damage in this game. Just the modifiers on healing compared to how much damage most players or like enemies can do. It's very hard to like, and because you are limited to how many like so each spellcaster class has like, instead of mana, they have spell slots. I guess if you play BG3, it might do the same thing, but like you have certain amount, like for like your level 1 spells, you might have only 2 slots. So once you cast 2 level 1 spells, you can't use any more of those spells until you do a long rest, which is like 8 hours. So like, you know, if you're in the middle of a dungeon, it's not very wise to just spam healing on everyone. But yeah, clerics, they're the kind of what you think when you think of a cleric in an RPG. Divine spellcaster who heals, protects, and wields holy power. A druid, there is the druid class. So, you know, think of, I guess if you played World of Warcraft or anything like
Hell
that.
yeah.
Nature-based caster who can shapeshift and control elements of the wild. So they also have access to pretty cool nature-based spells, and some subclasses they can just like transform into animals as well. They can shapeshift into different animals. There's a fighter. Fighter is pretty much just the if you want to min-max, if you want to do the most damage in combat, fighters are very versatile in the way that, you know, they can have lots of different options. A bit less unga bunga than barbarians, but yeah, it's pretty much the very combat focused class. Not too much to do with actual like roleplay, but in combat they do have a lot of things, like they can trip people over, they can push people back, they can do lots of different things. hinder the enemy when fighting. And they have good damage. There's the monk. Monks are pretty much what you think of when you think of a monk. They don't really use weapons unless it's something like a quarterstaff. But they have a lot of movement. They're very, at higher levels, they can run up walls. They can run across water. Stuff like that. And then they get like things called key points, which they can use to do special monk abilities, like stun an opponent by hitting their, some weak points, or like stuff like that. So think of, those kind of fantasy monks, or like monks you see in those kind of games when you think of a monk. They won't necessarily do as much damage as a fighter or barbarian, but then, stunning a foe can be just as good, because then the foe can't attack back. There's paladins. Paladins are normally like a very good tank as well. Tank, melee, damage. Paladins use holy power. They have lots of things that like buff their attacks. So like a lot of times they have access to skills called smites. So like they can do a divine smite. So when they're attacking somebody, they can choose to empower their weapon with holy power, and it just does more damage. And most paladins also get access to like, they can wear the heavy armors and everything, so they're quite hard to hit as well, because they're all wearing like layers of armor. Yeah. Then there's a ranger. Ranger is still trying in D&D. They have the ranger class, but honestly, it's not the most well thought or balanced. In terms of like, it's kind of, you can have a ranger, but honestly, most of the time, most of the other classes can do everything a ranger can do anyway. Rangers though can be really good in specific situations, but rangers can be good if you work with your DM specifically, and your kind of DM tells you what to expect in the campaign. Because like they'll have like things where they can pick, this is my favorite terrain, like when I'm in, say, the jungle, they can pick that as their favorite terrain, and when they're in it, they get like special upgrades as well, like special buffs. But then at the same time, if you pick like a jungle as your favorite terrain, and then we're always in the mountains for the whole campaign, then like you have, you're like, oh, well, half my stuff doesn't work now.
Oh no.
Damn, Rangers suck! R.I.P. the Ranger players out there.
Yes.
Rangers sound cool though. You can tame beasts and stuff. That's sick.
Yeah, and then you can summon like some friends, like beasts, animals as well, to help you as well. But it's definitely it works if you talk to your, like, discuss stuff with your DM, and your DM's like nice and wants to like, give you like, put you in the right setting, then it can work as well. Alright, and if you want to get, there's rogue. Rogue is like your typical kind of thief, stealth. They have assassins, they have everything else, those kind of skills. So rogue, pretty much they do good when they're either very sneaky or in a group. Their main thing is getting, they have something called sneak attack. So if you sneak up on someone, or if somebody is already engaged in combat with like an ally, you can sneak up behind someone and you do extra damage. So yeah, rogues are good for like disarming traps. They're very they have a high dexterity, so like if you want to sneak on ahead and scout, if you want to disarm a trap, if you want to just quickly take out foes that are by themselves, then that's the kind of class you want. The last three are the main spellcasters: Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard. The difference between them, they all do lots of damage. All of them have a lot of good spells. Warlock is they have a sugar daddy that gives them all their powers. So warlocks are kind of like, they have like, say, Cthulhu or some kind of like eldritch being or greater being that gives them all their powers, and you know, that's how they get to use all their powers. They're just granted by a higher power. But normally it's a bit more like eldritch themed rather than like, you know, a cleric that's like holy themed. Warlocks they get a lot of fun spells, but yeah, it's more like they can get it from the darker powers. Sorcerers, they're the ones that they're just born with magic. They can use the magic within them. They don't have to worry about learning any kind of magic. They just innately have it. So, you know, it just makes it a lot easier for them. And then there's wizards. Wizards have access to the most spells in the game, but you have to study. You have to find spell books to get those spells. You have to buy spell books. You have to learn. You have to spend time reciting and recording spells if you want to keep it. Yeah. Wizards can be the most powerful, but at the same time, there's a lot of like extra steps. They're the ones that like have to go to Hogwarts before they can be
that
just
one.
like real life.
Yeah, before they can get powerful. They're the ones that have to go and always, you know, go to the nearest library, go to the nearest bookshop to see if there's any spell books. Otherwise, if you're not finding extra spell books, you're not really upgrading yourself. So, yeah, those are pretty much a quick overview of all of the classes. But for you guys, did any of them tickle your fancy when I was reading them out?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right.
What is it then? Dynamax.
I'm gonna be a fighter. I want to be like Set from League of Legends.
Oh, okay.
Like brawl the crap out of people.
Do you want to just hit people with fists, or do you want to use weapons?
Different parts of my body.
Because if it's more like, rather than using weapons, if you just want to beat people up, a monk also works really well for that, for unarmed strikes.
Oh. I feel like I'd be too unholy to be a monk.
A monk for this is less based on like holy or not. It's more just based on practicing martial arts. In D&D at least. The one that has to worry about being holy is paladins and clerics.
Oh, okay. No, you know, it's okay. I'll go fighter. I'll probably like, you know, like improvise, like smashing people with other stuff too. So.
All right. So
Yeah,
what would be
okay,
your weapon
fighter
of
works.
choice if you had to choose a weapon?
Probably a big ass club.
Big ass club. All right. You get like almost a baseball bat looking thing. You get a baseball bat.
Cute.
Rules are made to be broken.
All right. I'll put you in. All right. You know what? Since you're a fighter, that's fine. All right. Cool. What about Drobunga?
So, Drobunga.
Mm-hmm.
Drobunga was born into a fighter's clan of dragons.
Mm-hmm.
They were very strong, very beefy, and they breathed fire on you.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, Drobunga was born without the ability to breathe fire.
No way.
Yeah. So he gets exiled from his, like, clan. When he does this, like, ascension ritual. He can't breathe fire, and he gets exiled. So instead of that, he, like, goes and studies the way of magic. And he becomes a wizard. A wizard lizard. He is Drobunga, the wizard lizard. And
Wizard lizard.
he uses his big brain to remember all the spells, and he's a great sorcerer. Well, not a sorcerer, he's a wizard, but
All right.
he's
you know what?
Drobunga the wizard lizard.
There we go. We'll give him a 1. He's a wizard, Harry. All right.
Let's go. Can I get a scar on my forehead?
All
too?
right. What kind of
But
scar?
instead of like a lightning bolt, it's
Okay.
it's just like a swirl.
All right. You got a scar
Yeah.
in the shape of a swell on your forehead.
Yeah.
You
it's a
want
claw
glasses
mark
while
when I
you're
got
at it?
exiled by my dad. Yeah, give him some specs too.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
There we go. All right.
Drobunga! I even have my own spell named after me, but we'll get to
That's
that.
cute.
Oh.
All right. And Maldrick, the 7th star. What class have you
Okay.
decided?
I've decided I wanted to make a pact with whatever. Let me think. Can I really think of like any Eldritch kind of beast?
Yep.
Okay, Cthulhu's twice removed cousin. We'll name them. Zane.
All right.
Wow.
Zane.
Zane is Cthulhu's twice removed cousin.
All right.
And instead of like a cool Cthulhu with a bunch of tentacles, Zane only got one. And I felt pity. But hey, that one tentacle, it does amazing work. So I decided to make a pact. And I want to be the warlock, right? Yeah.
Warlock. Yep. All right.
Warlock.
All right. You have the power of
What is that?
just one tentacle.
One big dad.
I know a website you
magic.
can buy those.
Yeah, that's exactly where I got. I mean,
All right, there we go. Of course. Magic the 7th star, the warlock, the wizard, and the fighter. Very nice. You know what? So let me give
What
you
a team.
woo.
a scarf. Maybe some wizard robes.
Hell yeah.
All right, there
That's
we go.
My special
cute.
move, Drobunga, isn't actually a spell. It's my special move. I can only do it once per combat, and I just headbutt you with my big ass head.
Well, you know, in situations like that, okay, I'll explain later about combat, but you know, I kind of like when people roleplay like that. If you yell out Drobunga in combat when you're trying to do that, I'll give you advantage on that attack.
Hell yeah.
Alright, but for now, here we go, guys. These are the players. We have Dynamax the Fighter, Drobunga the Wizard, and Magic the 7th star, the Warlock. Alright. There we go. Next one. This has already almost been kind of talked about for some, but Nyx has given his background.
Yeah.
So in terms of wizards, their what they use, their ability score they use to cast spells is intelligence. And so for backgrounds, they give you like normally like they give you a bonus, so like a +2 in one score and a +1 in another one. So for like someone like Unix who is a wizard, I would recommend putting those +2 obviously in intelligence. But you can worry about that in the next slide when I talk about ability scores. But for now, let's just make backgrounds that make sense. A bit of lore, a bit of background, guys. Lore. Give your characters a story and personality. Dynamax, where did you come from?
Oh. Let's see.
Where did you go? Where did you come from?
I have a question.
Mhm.
Like, half elves are like, what are half elves usually known for? Like stereotypically.
Stereotypically, actually, in the new 5.5, so right now, the current version of D&D is 5th edition, but they released an updated version of 5th edition called, people call it 5.5. They removed, technically, they kind of removed half elves from the new edition.
How dare they?
What?
But pretty much, so if you want to be a half elf, you either pick the stats of a elf or stats of a human, and then you can just say you're half. But before, I think they had a separate thing for half elves. But now, I believe, if you want to be a half elf, you can just be like, do I want more of my human half or my elf half?
All right. You know what? I'll just if I may, I'll just go full elf.
I mean, you can still say that you're a half elf.
Okay. Like my story could probably be, because elves, I'm assuming, are like more magical, right? Okay, so like, let's say I come from a place where elves are typically there to perfect their craft in magic. But magic, exactly. But I give everybody the middle finger and say that, you know what? I'm not dealing with this. I'm gonna like go against what my race usually does and become a fighter. Yeah.
He's like the opposite of me.
Yeah, basically the opposite of what I'm supposed to be. And I use like whatever magic I have to like enchant my combat, if I can even do that.
Okay. There is, I believe, because there's classes, right? Like the main classes I was talking about, fighter, cleric, and everything. But on 3rd level, when you get to level 3, you can pick a subclass, and that's kind of like specialize in different things. So like for wizard, you can choose to specialize in like creating things on like elemental, like fire stuff. You can do like time related stuff, gravity, all those kind of like, you know, specialized. Same as warlocks, you can specialize in, at level 3 most of the time you can specialize in like a subclass. And for fighters, I believe there's something called like an Eldritch Knight, which kind of similar to a warlock. They borrow powers of like magic from elsewhere, although in this case you can just flavor it as your own powers and then use that in your attacks.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
All right. What about Maldrick, the 7th star? Where did he come from?
All right. So, as a baby Maldrick, he grew up in the underworld, but you know, sad story. Mom and dad didn't want him anymore because they thought he was like a poopy demon, tiefling. So they dumped him into the human world, and then an old elderly grandma and grandpa took him in, and he had a nice upbringing. But since he was different from all the kids in the village, he was super sought after, like, you know, romantically. So it was always talk with the town, and he just gained natural suave because of it. Yeah, who knows? And he just does what he wants, you know. He doesn't care about other people. He does things for himself. His nice body, he just did it because he wanted to have a nice body, you know. Helping Zane, the one tentacle guy, he just did it because he wanted to.
Because he's a nice guy.
He's just that kind of. He's just a chill guy. Yeah.
It's funny because you chose Warlock, but Warlock, you know how for wizards, intelligence is their modifier for attacking, for using their spells. For Warlock, it's charisma.
Oh, perfect.
Which actually works out. So, for you being that kind of popular guy, definitely it works with
hell yeah,
having Warlock, being a Warlock. Alright, there we go. Now, from there, we get a little bit more ability scores. So once again, strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. Let me go through them quickly. Here we go, right here. Alright, quick breakdown. Strength. You use that for melee, combat, lifting things, athletics, if you want to sprint, if you want to lift a heavy object, those kind of things. Strength is what you use. Dexterity is for range combat, for stealth, for acrobatics, for initiative. Like when you're deciding who goes first in combat, dexterity is also. It's kind of like agility, in a lot of different games. It's the same as dexterity. Constitution is your health, your HP, your stamina, your poison resistance. Some spells that people cast on you. If you have higher con, you might resist it more. And then there's intelligence, knowledge, problem solving, wizard spells. There's wisdom, which is perception. So like, wisdom's a bit more like, a lot of survival kind of things, more than intelligence. So like, if you're trying to track something, like track footsteps, you'd use wisdom. If you're trying to like look for something, you'd use perception or wisdom. If you're trying to read somebody's face to see if they're lying or not, you'd use wisdom. And clerics and druids also use it as their spellcasting modifier. And then charisma, that's for social skills, leadership, persuasion, deception, all those kind of things. And bard and sorcerers and warlocks use their spells. So those are the things as well. But for now, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you guys roll some stats. just for the fun of it.
My
just
favorite part.
Alright, so we have Roll20 up in a separate tab. If you guys write /R, then you write 4d6. So you're rolling 4d6 dice, which is just normal dice. You're gonna add all of them and minus the lowest roll, and that is going to be one roll considered for you guys. How I normally do this though, okay, so for Riser just then, he got pretty much almost the highest roll that you can get, which is actually really good.
Yay!
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
All right. So before you start rolling too much, what I normally do actually to make it a bit more fair within a whole team, I don't. Since there's 3 of you now, what I would be doing is each of you take turns to roll, and that's kind of going into a joint stats for all of you. So say for the first one, right, so you rolled a 18 minus 1. Wait, no. Yours is 17 technically. Alright, yeah, 18 minus 1 is 17. So 17 is your first roll. And so everybody can add a 17 onto any of these ones that they want. And then Nyx's one is next. He got a 15 minus 1 again is a 14. As well, so you can add a 14 wherever you want. Mlem, your turn to roll.
What's the -1?
Okay, so that's just how you pick the scores for rolling. You roll 4d6 dice, and then you minus the lowest dice roll. And that's how you get the score. That's kind of just in the rules of how you get a score. You could just roll 3d6, but normally 4d6 is just how it works by the game gods. Alright, holy crap, you guys are all rolling so high.
Yay!
Okay, that is 17, but minus 2, because 2 is the lowest roll, so that's a 15. But still very good. Okay. Riser, you again.
Yay! Okay. R4D6.
Alright, 12 minus 1 is 11. Okay. I mean, anything... Already, these are really good scores, so, that's, you know... Nyx, your turn. Holy.
God damn!
What?
He got the highest one. That's an 18. Okay, that's the thing that everyone wishes they roll. Alright, you guys are, like, just looking at these stats are actually cracked. Like, normally you have a few that's, like, less than 10 as well to balance it out. Alright,
Don't worry, I got you guys. I'll balance it out. I got you guys right now.
No. Still good. That's still a 5th. Okay, this is most probably like one of the best stats I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Alright, you gotcha. Like, normally you would have like maybe 1, 17, then maybe 14, 13, 8, 10, 11, 12, or something like that. You guys have got 17, 14, 15.
I'll take it.
Alright, so if you look at this table right here as well, whatever these scores are, you can find where they are. It'll give you a plus something. So a 16 or 17 equals a plus 3. An 18 or 19 is a plus 4. A 20 is a plus 5. Stuff like that.
Okay.
So looking at this distribution as well, I'll go through in order. Nyx, where do you want your highest roll?
Okay, my +4 is definitely going in intelligence.
Alright.
Obviously.
So this is 18, but remember in your background how you can have a +2 in one thing and a +1 in another? This is the time that like you can go, okay, since you have an 18, you can use your +2 and you can have a 20 in intelligence. So you have a +5.
Is it worth being 20 though, or should I put that stat somewhere else? Because I already have 18.
20 is pretty much the max you can get, so a lot of people do want 20 on their max stat, like on their big stat, and then the rest they kind of want to balance it out.
All right, we max it then, baby. We max that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
17, you have this.
So, what would be my second stat that I would need? Into wisdom, maybe? I don't know. What would it be?
As a wizard, intelligence is definitely going to be highest. If you want to also be very smart as well, you could go wisdom as well, so that, you know, for things like if you're trying to read somebody to see if they're lying to you or like finding something, it could be good, but at the same time, wizards are known to be squishy. Wizards have the lowest health in the game, I believe.
Okay, we go that then, because I don't want to be fully glass cannon. I just want to be full damage. Nothing else is good.
All
so
right.
let's give myself some health.
So for this, you'd have a 17 in Constitution, but you can use your +1 to bring it to an 18, which means you have a +4. Because if you look here, with a 17 you have a +3, but with an 18 it's a +4. So pretty much here, if you're using your +1s as well,
You just bump it up to that.
yeah, you want to only do it if you're on an odd number. Because if you have 14 and you bump it up to 15, it's still just going to be a +2, and it doesn't make a difference.
Okay. Okay, cool. We do that then.
Mm-hmm.
Because I still have my past of being in a fighter clan of strength and all this stuff, so I'm naturally born beefy, but so that works.
Okay.
Okay then.
Okay, for the rest, you
Now
have
what do we
2 15s, 1 14, and an 11.
Okay.
Put my 11 in charisma.
All
I know
right.
nothing. I'm full nerd. I have no people skills. I just know the way of the book.
Yeah, honestly,
And
that's
studying.
actually
I have no.
what you're doing there when you kind of like commit to the bit, or like, you know, you're role playing a bit more. That's actually like it makes some really good situations, like, or like outcomes in the future as well. So that's kind of cool. Okay, you have a 0. The thing is, you guys don't really have a bad score. So even this, it's just you take whatever dice roll you have. It's not a minus to anything.
Let's go.
All right. What do you want 14 in? So your second lowest score.
Wisdom, I guess.
All right.
Or dexterity. What does dexterity give me outside of? I mean, I have ranged spells. Does
The
that
ranged
count?
spells use your intelligence. All spells will use your
Okay.
intelligence modifier.
Okay. So what advantage would the others give me? What would strength give me in my
Strength,
situation?
and just if you're trying to like, if someone catches you and you're trying to break out, so like, you know, if someone tries to like hold you and you're trying to break away, you can either choose to use strength or dex as well. Strength, you oppose, you try to overpower them. Dex, you just try to like squirm your way away. So that's kind of what you'd use for both of those. Wisdom
Okay,
is...
I'm gonna go wisdom, just for the perception and insight stuff, just because I have the knowledge.
Okay, you want that to be your 15?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that's a +2. And then one of these will be 14, one of them will be 15. Actually, but they still both give +2, so it technically doesn't matter to you.
Okay, we'll just put the higher one in strength, then the lowest one in dex.
Alright.
Just because I have natural strength, somewhat. Especially if I want to headbutt someone in the head.
Okay, so once this is
they're
done...
still pretty good.
Yeah. Honestly, you don't have to look at these at all. Like, all of these numbers now, once you've decided where you put them, you don't have to worry about them, pretty much, at all. You just look at these modifiers. That's all you're interested in. +2, +4, those kind of things. Alright, Mlem. Where do you want your biggest skill in?
Go put it in that charisma, baby.
Alright, and do you want the +2 as well? Do you want the 20?
Yes, sir.
Alright, there we go. We got the +5 in charisma. Where do you want your second highest, the 17, to go?
I think I actually would like to put it into dexterity.
Dex? Alright. Do you want to use the +1 to bump it up to an 18? It goes from a +3 to a +4 modifier on your dice rolls.
Actually, I'm okay with that. We don't need to do that.
Alright, cool. So you have a +3. For your 15s, you got 2 15s.
Put it on 1 on wisdom.
And
I guess intelligence too.
Intelligence, okay. Yep. Did you want to use your +1 on any of them to bump it up? Because they are odd numbers, they will bump up from a +2 to +3 if you do that.
Yeah, I would like to put it on wisdom.
Okay, that's 16, so that's a +3 here, +2 here. Alright, for your constitution and strength, you have 14 and an 11.
Make my strength the 14 one. Yeah. 14.
Alright. And then this is an 11. This does mean that you will be technically squishier. That's okay. This is just all right. Well, the glass cannon. And then 14 is a +2. All right, and Ryza.
Okay. I'm gonna put my 18 on Constitution.
Okay. Did you want to bump that up by 2 and have 20 Constitution?
Yes, please.
All right. That's a +5, so you're gonna be very tanky.
Oh shit. Okay. I'll do 17 on strength.
Did you want the +1 in this one? To bump it up from a +3 to a +4.
I'll leave it as is.
All right.
Oh, +3 to +4. Oh no, that's fine.
I would say as a fighter, strength is most probably gonna be your, depending on what weapon you use. But since you're punching things all the time, strength most likely is gonna be your attack modifier kind of stat. So any increase in that is also gonna increase your damage.
Okay. I'll go for the 11 first. Let's put 11 in wisdom.
11 in wisdom. All right, cool.
Yeah.
That's a 0.
That's like my ante. We'll put the 14 in charisma. And then the 15s go in the rest.
Okay. You haven't used your +1. Where do you want to use your +1?
Okay, I'm gonna use my +1 in I'll put it in intelligence as like a reminder of where I come from.
All right, so that's 16, which bumps it up to a +3. All right, there we go. So that is your stats. So let me zoom in a bit, guys. If you can, wait, I'll get rid of the rolls for now. 1 second. I will zoom in on this. If you guys want to screenshot just your own little one, so you can have a little reference of that as well.
Yes, sir.
Alright, you can post it in the Zatsu as well, DC.
Okay.
Got it.
So that once we're playing as well, you guys can see what you guys are gonna use. Alright, cool.
Oh, okay.
Cool. So we have your ability scores as well. So pretty much during the game, if I tell you to make a strength check, you'd roll a d20. And you would add those ones. So, alright, before that actually. Yeah, so just in case you don't know as well, these are the different dice you'll be using. We call a 20-sided dice a d20, 12-sided a d12, and so on and so forth. There's d20, d12, d10, d8, d6, and d4 for D&D. That's the 6 different dice we use. There's actually one more called a percentile dice, which is like a d100. Yeah, and that's kind of like if you have a 20% chance of succeeding on something, I might tell you to write a d100, well, roll a d100, and if you can get a 20 or lower score on that, then you pass. So that's like an exception, but it's not really used too much, but it is there. But the main one that you're going to use, guys, is just this. The d20 is why you see this logo on all D&D stuff as well. It's because d20 is pretty much the thing you're going to use for everything except for damage. So depending on what weapon or spell you use, it could be a d12, d10, d8, d6, d4. But d20 is pretty much if I tell you to, you know, you want to climb a tree, and I tell you to make a athletics check, you draw a d20 and add your strength. If you know, you want to cast a spell to see if you hit someone, you draw a d20 and add your spell attack modifier. So it's all based on the d20 as well. d20 is pretty much the dice you use most of the time. Alright, so this is how a typical character sheet would kind of look. Honestly, thankfully on websites like D&D Beyond and everything, they have a very easy to follow like character creation guides. If you want to create a character, you just like create new character and then, you know, they take you step by step going through everything. But just to kind of understand, this is kind of what it's going to look like. I just made a character before before stream.
Robin Banks.
Robin Banks, yes, that's his name. He's a thief. But alright, so Robin Banks, you can see here, right here, this is his stat block here that you guys just made. And this is, anything else is, you don't have to really worry about. What you can see here though is, on this list right here, where it says, these are like your, like
substats?
Yeah, sub skills.
That's
I guess, stats. Yeah. Your ability scores, and then your, so, this is pretty much when you, to give you a bit more specialization, and something as well. So like, you can see here, it has a modifier of dex, or wisdom, or intelligence, or strength. So for acrobatics, this is going to be your dex score. And if you have a proficiency here in acrobatics, then you can add your proficiency bonus. Proficiency bonus, this it's just based on your level. So if you're level 1, you have +2. I think when you get to level 4, 3, maybe when it's level 3, it goes +3. But there's just a table for this, where this proficiency bonus is kind of like when you just level up as a character, this will slowly increase as well. So for this, your background, the background you pick, and sometimes the species you pick and everything will give you different proficiencies for skills. And as well as your class, like your class, being a thief, you might get proficiency in acrobatics or like stealth or something. But normally it's all kind of, you can either pick or it's done for you in the character creation. But it's kind of like, so if you're trying to sneak past some guards, right? Normally your dex is a +2, but because of say your background as a thief as well, you have proficiency in it, then you get to add the +2 to the +2, which is a +4. So that's kind of like, it's just easier to do certain things. Yeah. So same thing for like Ryza, since he's a fighter, you might want to put a proficiency in athletics, so that when he's trying to overpower someone, he gets a bonus to that as well. Stuff like that. So proficiency is, you would choose it when you're choosing either your class or your background and everything, but it's kind of like just signified by these dots as well. And it pretty much means that you just specialize in one of those kind of abilities as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And the last thing is saving throws. These are based on your class. So a thief or a rogue gets dex and intelligence saving throws. What this means is there's certain spells or attacks and everything that will cause you to do a saving throw. Say like a wizard casts fireball at you. And there's like an evil wizard casts fireball. There's a big explosion. To see if you can kind of like roll out of the way and dodge it in time, you'd have to make a dexterity saving throw. And so thieves or rogues are better at that, so they get a bonus. So they can add, once again, their proficiency bonus to their dex, which is a +4. Yeah. But honestly, you don't always have to know why it equals to +4. If you just look at your character sheet, you can just kind of see it's there. And I will like, in the future, I will go over like character sheet creation with you guys. Maybe off stream, I'm not sure, maybe on stream. But, just for the sake of it being not too complicated today, I just wanted to quickly touch on that, but I didn't want to like go through the whole character sheet, because it can be a bit overwhelming seeing all of this like information. Alright. So, now that you guys have made your characters, let me go grab your characters again. Where did I leave them? Here we go. Alright, now that you have your characters made and you have your stats, how to play. So, pretty much, as you guys know, DM describes the scene and what is happening. So, I'll tell you where you are, what you see, what's happening in the scene, and then you as players will think of what you're gonna do, what your characters are gonna do. So you can use your imagination to interact with other players, and try to do an action, and then I will tell you, to roll for something, or I'll explain the results of that action. Very simple. But you know what? We can kind of practice that right now. Are you guys ready?
Ooh.
Let's go.
Ready?
All right, let's do a little mock scenario. Okay. So this is kind of how I would. Actually, before I start this, let me post your characters here. All right. These are your characters. Okay. So what I would do to normally how I'd run a session, say this was a one shot or something. One shots just mean that normally we aim to finish the whole session or the whole game in one session. Versus like a campaign can be like it's gonna take 5 sessions or even 50 sessions to complete. So normally I would start off with something. If I was doing a one shot, I'll kind of let you guys know the goal of the session so that you kind of know as well, okay, in this session you have to try complete this specific goal. Obviously the longer a campaign is, the more it can be like, you know, give you chances to do whatever the hell you want. If you want to go off on side quests and everything. But normally for a one shot, it's kind of like, okay, you have a goal, you're trying to figure out how your characters would succeed in that goal in the given time frame. So I've written a small little thing for you guys, and we will see how it goes. Alright, so things have been looking grim for the small lakeside town of Pitswater. The town, which has been historically known famously, or rather infamously, for the specialty in producing a rather pungent variety of blue cheese, has begun to suffer from an overwhelming rodent infestation. Rumors had begun to spread of rats moving on 2 legs, breaking into factories, eluding cheese, and escaping in the direction of the Lone Manor on the hilltop overlooking Pitswater. A lone manor that, if rumors were to be believed, housed a single mad scientist by the initials of RG. Any attempt to reach out to the mad scientist ended in a series of unfortunate events: cartwheels breaking, horses too scared to ascend the hill, and the one messenger brave enough to make his way on foot was found a week later, hiding in an empty cheese barrel, muttering incoherently to himself. After weeks of suffering and a steady decline in the production of the town's beloved Pitts cheese, Mayor Wimberly Wimbledon had sent out flyers to all neighboring counties that read, "Help needed. Seeking seasoned adventurers to deal with rodent infestation. Reward 2,000 gold pieces. Location, Pitswater. Please see Wharfmaster Gerben Paddlebeard for further details." So normally it would kind of start like that. Well, give a little exposition and let you know, okay, that's your goal for this session. This is what you want to try achieve. Go check out the rodent infestation in the manor. And at least it gives you, like, you know, something to go off as well for the start. Alright, but let me continue, and then you guys will get a chance to roleplay very soon.
Oh my god, it's time to LARP.
Alright. The early morning's brisk air stings at your cheeks, regrettably turning the thought of a previous night's shabby but cozy inn into a distant, warm memory in your minds. All around you, fields are blanketed in sheets of white as far as the eye can see, broken only by the jagged tooth-like formations of rows of similarly dressed white pines that smatter the landscape. As your attention turns away from the endlessly repetitive landscape and the perpetual droning crunch of the wagon's wheels pressing its way through the snow, you take in the various other tightly bundled figures in the wagon around you. Your soon-to-be teammates, apparently. "I can't thank yous enough for helping get rid of them bloody rodents. Can't say I didn't wish there were more of you." The hunched figure steering the 2 oxen at the front of the wagon remarks over his shoulder. Wrapped in a large cloak of what you seem to be bear fur, you see a lanky, middle-aged man before you. Deep-set wrinkled eyes, with peppered eyebrows as bushy as his unkempt nest of a beard, topped with a deep brown fur hat hiding the remains of a severely balding head. Name's Pete, by the way. Pete Chipglitter. I probably should have introduced myself properly when we first met at the inn this morning, but we're in a bit of a rush, you see. In a right big pickle we are. You know, as long as this weather holds up, we should be arriving in Pitchwater just before sundown, methinks. Since we got a bit of time though, and everyone's going to be working together, I should probably ask for your names. Can you introduce yourselves? All right.
Who'll go first?
We'll go down the line. Left
At
to
this
right.
point, anyone can chime in and just pretend you're your characters and introduce yourselves.
Okay.
Good morrow, sir. My name is Joe Bunga, renowned wizard from Arcadia. Pleasure to meet you.
Alright, so normally one thing as well, at the start of like one-shots and everything, for character introductions, you also want to describe what the other players see. Because, you know, we don't always have a picture, but if you want to paint a word picture of how Joe Bunga looks like.
Oh.
Wait, so I describe
Yeah.
myself?
So you don't have to describe in character. You can say like, okay, when the other players look around, they see a dragonborn with his skull a bit too elongated, and then you can like roleplay what he actually says. But like you can describe describe your character.
You got a big ass head, 2 horns, and a swirly scar. Very thick glasses. He can't see much. But he has very clean, gold trimmed robes and a scarf, which he wears just not always in the winter, but all year round.
Alright, there we go. That's
And
perfect.
You heard
Nick.
his intro already.
Alright, that is actually perfect. Alright. The other two?
The tall elf walks forward as he presents himself. His hair tied back in a ponytail, hair of which seems to defy gravity as it sticks all the way up, kept unruly and seemingly spiked. However, one further look at him and you'd realize that his build seems somewhat irregular from what you'd expect of an elf from which he seems of origin.
Mm-hmm.
He lifts his massive club and settles it on his shoulder. With one big smile, he introduces himself. The name's Dynamax, and I heard there was some gold I could potentially get my hands on. Whatever the problem, your boy Dynamax is here to help.
Perfect.
Is that good?
Perfect. Yep, perfect. Alright.
Okay. The chill dude sitting in the corner. Seemingly his aura has changed and is now have everyone's attention. His hair, long and luscious, so long that it covers his seemingly no clothes. But in fact, he does at least wear pants. It is just covered by the hair. You can't see it. There's no visual indication of his secret tentacle just yet. It seems like it's hidden somewhere. So the other players don't know about it. I guess I'm just saying it, so now they do. But they don't see it. It's hidden somewhere. And his chill attitude begs him to speak. Hey guys, my name is Maldrick, the 7th star. I'm just a chill dude. Nice to meet you all. As his nice smile makes some of the other travelers on the wagon blush just a little bit, making them question what they really like in life.
No,
Oh yes, and he has the horns too, the tiefling horns, and his skin is of irregular color in the human world.
Oh,
Well, it was a bloody good pleasure to meet you, Maldrick.
Nice to meet you too, man.
Nice horns, by the way.
Thanks, dude. I love your horns too.
Thank you, sir.
Likewise. So, what's this thing about some gold bounty we're talking about here? Can we get to that part? Huh?
Well, I do rather hope you're not talking about my gold robe, sir.
Is it worth
I just want
anything?
cheese.
Interesting.
Not at all, actually. I got it from the lost property bin on the way out of the academy.
Okay, that's
Many a
good.
mishaps in the
Good
academy.
Good
I
sales.
burnt my own clothes off sometimes, so I had to just grab what was available. I think it's actually, I think it's an old Halloween costume, I think. Don't worry about that, though.
Unfortunate. It seems like I'd have better tidings by trading blue cheese than potentially the robe, so...
Yes,
Very
quite.
well.
Yeah, let's get the cheese, guys.
Yes, let's get that bread
Yes.
and cheese to put on the
Can we
bread.
ask the... I already forgot his name, but there was like a guy, right? That
Mhm.
was talking. Can we ask him about like information?
Yep. For that as well, you
Or-
can just either you can say you want to ask him, or you can just do it in character. And if you forgot his name, sometimes you can also just be in character and say like, "What was your name again?" kind of thing.
Okay. So, you over there. Sorry, got a bit distracted there. What was your name again? A bit of a knuckle brain here.
Are you talking to me?
I'm looking at you. Who do you think I'm talking to?
Oh, sorry. I had to keep my eyes on the road. You know, I'm guiding the oxen, and it's a very hard job. But yes, the name's Pete Chibglitter. Nice to meet you.
Was that Pete, was it? Pete?
Yep.
Peter?
Pete, just the Pete, sir. Just the Pete.
Okay.
Yeah, just Pete.
Brilliant. Yeah, I'm not very good with faces, you see. I'm quite blind, but now you've provided the name. That is very important information for me. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
All right.
It should only be maybe another hour before we get to the town, but looks like the sun's starting to set.
You mean we're not gonna get there today? So what are options? Do we like drive all the way till nighttime? I mean, it's your territory, my good man.
No, well, I did say just another hour till we get there, and just before sundown, methinks.
Oh, just before. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
At least we'll be in town when the sun sets. Yeah.
Not too much longer then, I suppose. I'm just going to go sit in this corner and keep myself warm. These robes double up as my own blanket, so just call me if you need me. I'll be here whispering spells and shit. Practicing.
I guess I can.
Well, Pete, could you tell us a bit more about this village and these rat problems? Like how many rats? How troublesome are they? In as much detail as you can.
Oh, you want to know details? Okay, I can try to do that. So there was these rats. They're not very big. They're kind of like normal rats, you see. But they were this funny kind of almost pink color, and they ran around on 2 feet. It was the most peculiar thing I've ever seen. They would break in and steal our precious Pitts cheese, and they didn't seem like they wanted to eat it or anything. They just took the cheese and they just escaped. They climbed up the hill and we never saw it again.
That sounds bloody preposterous, Pete. You sure you don't need a pair of my glasses too, sir?
I mean, that's what I was thinking. I don't think I can afford glasses, sir, but you know, I didn't believe it until I saw at least 2 or 3 of them myself.
Very interesting. Probably get yourself booked in for a checkup, sir.
Well, maybe if you guys can get rid of the rodent infestation and I can sell more Pitts cheese, maybe I can afford glasses in the future.
Okay, we have our mission then, boys.
We have our mission. That's the goal. Get Pete some glasses. Okay.
Oh, you're
Interesting.
oh, you are awfully generous. You're very nice for adventurers.
Wherever there's gold, Dynamax calls. But hey, pizza was it? Yeah, pizza. Did you mention those rodents were pink?
Yeah, they were like this, it almost looked like somebody just painted them all pink or something, but I've never seen pink rats before. But they were just a very bright kind of pink. It's very easy to spot, you know, especially against all of the cheese.
Interesting. I've never heard of pink rodents before.
Pete, keep your eyes on the bloody road.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You know, I mean, no offense. I don't mean to seem creepy or anything, but Maldrick, sir, you are definitely a very, very handsome tiefling. I've never seen someone as handsome as you, sir.
Thank you, Pete. I never got sweeter words than yours.
Aren't you cold? It's snowing, but you're shirtless. Are you okay?
Sometimes it pains to be fashionable.
Well, you know what? It may pain you, but I think it's warming other people up.
Oh yeah.
Pete!
I could tell.
Yeah, oh, yep.
Eyes on the street! Not the meat!
Yep, yep, sir. Okay, yep. I will be looking eyes forward, sir. That's right. We'll be there in 55 minutes, sir.
55.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get back to my corner now. I'll be practicing my incantations so we can deal with these rats accordingly when we reach our destination.
Okay. I do remember Pete saying that they roll the cheese up the hill. Was it?
Yep, that's right. They seem to grab the cheese and take it up the hill to the manor, sir.
To the manor. There's a manor on top of the hill.
Yep, it's I don't know his name, but the initials on the manor is RG.
Okay. And how far away is this hill from the cheese stores these rats have been going into?
The rat god, perhaps.
It's just the it's just the biggest hill that overlooks the town, so it's right next to the town, just slightly above it.
Ah, okay. Thank you, Pete.
Actually, I have a question for you, Pizza. Are
Pizza.
you a local of this village?
Yes, sir. I grew up in Pittswater, Pittsmere myself.
Ah, interesting. And how long would you say has this mansion been here? Is this something that's fairly new, maybe?
Not really, sir. I mean, yes, ever since I was a wee lad, it's always been there. I've always grown up looking at the manor on the hill. Always been a bit too scared myself to go look at it, but you know, from a distance, it's just always been there, looking down at us, I would say.
What about books? Do they have any books? A library, perhaps? Anywhere where I can study up on my spells?
Well, we don't really have much for a library, sir, but perhaps in the mayor's house, Mr. Wimbledon. He might have some books. I know he's quite well read. Perhaps if you help us with this infestation, he might let you peruse that.
Brilliant. I'll write that down. What did you say his name? Mr. Wibbly Wobbly, was it?
Yeah.
Wibbly
Close
Wobbly.
enough. Wimbly Wimbledon.
Wibbly Wobbly. Yes, perfect. Okay, I'll make a mental note of that.
Yes.
And I'll be sure to give him a holler.
Yes, sir. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, how much longer?
Okay, at this kind of point as well, it's normally if you guys want to keep role playing as well, which has been awesome, I would kind of like sit back a little bit and let you guys roleplay. But once the roleplay kind of dies down, and you you kind of waiting for the next part, then we'll go on to the next round. Or the next thing that happens as well. But like, you guys have been doing amazing so far. Just say.
Okay.
Very well done. But yeah. All right. So, a little further into your travels, suddenly, you seem to be alerted by the sounds of shouting and struggle as a figure dashes down the road towards the cart. His thick cloak is in tatters, with multiple wounds around his body, leaving a small trail of blood behind him. You see a man. Let's put him further down the road.
Impaled by my horn. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
All right. As you see him approach, he's still like in the distance. Is there anything you guys choose to do as he's running towards? You can't hear what he's saying right now, but he seems to be shouting, and you can see that he is quite tattered up.
Is he running towards us, did you say?
Yeah, he seems to be running towards, at least down the road towards your cart.
Okay. Let's see.
At this point, can we do like any checks or something?
To
like look at him.
Yeah, for this as well, instead of focusing on what kind of checks you want to make, just describe what your character wants to do, and I'll tell you what checks to make as well, so you don't have to always worry about.
Okay.
I feel like I feel very threatened, and as a defensive procedure, I would like to shoot a force spell at the tree to knock it down to block his path.
All right. For this as well, because
so we can be like, wait, and then he like stops behind the tree, so then we can kind of make distance and kind of question him.
Okay. So Zorobunga immediately jump into action, taking precaution, aims a force spell. Obviously you have actual spells on your character sheets and everything, but for now we would just base it off your stats, because you do have a +5 in intelligence plus your proficiency modifier. You have a +7 in trying to hit the tree to knock it down. So for you, just roll a d20 and then you can add +7 to it. The tree is stationary, but the cart isn't. So I'm gonna say if you can get above a 12, which you did.
That's a 15, baby.
+7 is a 22. Easy enough. All right. So in situations like this, you can describe how Zorobunga weaves his magic to cast at the tree.
He lifts his wand and swirls it around, draws the shape outline of a tree, and then slashes it in half. And you see the light magic of the outline just break in half and split, proper anime style. And then he goes, "Oh, Trius, fall down here!"
Perfect. All right. Normally I would also get you to roll damage. You can roll damage if you want, but like, say roll 2d6. Either way, I'll let the tree fall down because the description was on point, but just so you can roll a bit more. All right, 7 points. With 7 points of force damage, you all watch as, almost from the viewpoint, seeing the tree that Zorobunga drew line up perfectly with the tree in real life. They both become one, and the tree slashes as it falls down just in time to stop the running figure in his path. You see, he looks quite distraught by that, and for a second is wondering whether to approach you guys or to move away. As the card approaches this felled tree, you see that this figure seems to have stopped moving, but it's a weird combination of him always glancing behind him and then back to the cart. What do you guys do?
Can I shout at him?
Yep.
Oi! You there, sir! You seem to be leaking! What be you? What say you?
Could be the time of the month.
What is your name?
It's a very sensitive topic.
Please, sir.
Do you need help?
Please, I need help, sir. I've been attacked. They're after me, sir.
What do we do, boys? This could be a trap.
What are you attacked by? I scream.
Yes, the rats are everywhere. They're everywhere. They're out of control, sir.
It's just like ReZero.
The rats.
Okay. It's the rats. Hey, do you
This
guys
could be a lead onto their
interesting?
location.
Oh, you want to use them as bait?
He could give us valuable information to the rats' location.
Okay.
Dynamax!
I suggest...
I have a question.
Mm-hmm. That's your question.
Am I able to see some? Okay, maybe. Okay, wait. Maybe I should roleplay it instead.
Go ahead.
Dynamax, ignoring the pleas of the being before them, focuses his attention in the distance, trying to make out if there's anything he can spot.
Ooh, okay. Make a perception check for me. So, with this, roll a d20. Then add your wisdom modifier to it.
Okay.
Alright.
Is there a way on this we can be like /R D20 +4, or do we just add it after the fact?
There might be, but honestly, on this later on as well, when you have your character sheets, you can actually just click on character sheets and it roll for you based on what you're trying to do.
Cool.
Yeah, but we'll get that set up in the future. It's just for today, it's more like a little
Okay.
I don't know if we can work it out. What's a 10 +4? I don't know about that one.
What's your wisdom modifier?
Oh, mine is worse, like +0.
Okay,
So just flat 11.
so with a 10,
I mean 10 rather.
Dynamax, you scan the distance, but you're not sure if it's because of the snow falling in the distance or just the wind brushing the trees. Everywhere there seems to be movement, but it just all seems to be clouded in white. You don't see any of these small pink rats that anyone was talking about. You don't see anything out of the ordinary beside this man in front of you.
Okay. The elf turns his attention from the distance back to the being in front of him. Oi! You.
Yes, sir.
Are they actually chasing you right now? Like, now?
I don't know. I ran as fast as I could, sir, but Please, can any of you help me? I'm really hurt.
Yeah. What do you think, boys?
I think we can let him in our car.
Wait, I got one question for him. I'll let him know if he's legit or not. Sir!
Yes, sir.
Where's your scarf purchased from? What brand is it?
It's a Pitts. I got it from the Pittswater General, sir.
Okay. It's not a Werther's original. He could be poor, just trying to steal money from us.
I don't know what that is, sir.
Exactly. Guys, I don't think we should trust him. This could be a setup. One of his acquaintances could be behind one of the other trees, waiting to jump us at any moment.
How about this? I got an idea. I'll be the chill guy. I'll go alone. I can ask Zane, and I'll ask him to give me some power to heal him. And I'll be there with him on the other side of the tree. And Drobunga could have his spell on ready, just in case anything happens. And then
locked and
I'll
loaded,
just,
sir. I'm ready.
I'll just take it. It's fine. Yeah. Anyways, okay.
Excuse me.
Everyone, everyone would agree with this plan. Don't worry about what I just said. Okay.
Affirmative.
All right. Maldrick hops over the cart with a suave, and he struts his way like a runaway model down and hops over the tree with ease. And as he reaches,
all right, you know what?
the man-
Before that, as you hop over the tree, make a performance check for me, just to see how stylish you are.
Okay. What is it? What would it be?
This would be just roll a d20 plus your charisma modifier.
Oh.
Plus you would definitely be have proficiency in in performance, I would assume, from your character, so you can add a +2 to that as well. So a +7 altogether.
Okay, so +7.
Mm-hmm. So that would be a 17. With a 17, easy enough. You scoot your butt on, flip your legs over, one after the other, in a very smooth motion. Almost as if your head level doesn't even dip down at all. And you continue towards this man.
Oh, bloody good show, Maldrick.
Thank you. I approach the man, and I take him in my arms. I clench my butt cheek, and I ask Zane to give me some power to heal a little bit of his wounds.
All right. As you're reaching out, what do you say to the greater entity that's giving you power? What do you say to him?
Hey Zane, baby girl, give me some of your good juice.
Damn.
All right, roll a persuasion check for me. Once again, +7. You only have to beat 13 for this.
Okie dokie. Okay.
Easy with a 21.
21.
With a 21, easy enough. As you talk, you feel a tentacle lightly tap your behind.
Go.
With a firm slap. And then you'll watch. How does your tentacle look like? How does it emerge from your hand to heal this man?
Oh, it does like the thing. It wraps around my entire arm, and it becomes like another extension of my hand. It's huge. Even though it's just one, it's huge, pulsating, veiny.
All right.
Yeah, I think we could stop there. Yeah.
As you see the a thick tentacle emerge from seemingly nowhere on his arm, you can see it leaves a slime trail, and as it passes by this man's face, while in Maldrick's arms, you can see that the wounds that were on his face, the scratches, the bites, they seem to almost be stitching themselves up in real time before you. Please.
How do you feel now, sir?
Oh, that feels so much better, but please, it hurts on the inside, please. And you can see the man is clawing at his chest.
Oh. Chest hurts.
It's gonna be like
Sir,
alien.
can you
He's gonna
describe
rat's
the
gonna
symptoms?
bust out of his chest.
Oh yeah. How does his chest hurt? How does your chest hurt, good sir?
It feels tight. I don't know. My bones just feel funny. Feels like something's just trying to get out.
Oh, bloody hells! I think he's got the rabies, sir. I think you sealed the wounds, but the disease is still inside. Please,
no.
quick, start sucking.
Okay. I began to place my mouth to mouth onto the dude, and I begin to perform like the thing where you spit out like poison from a open wound. Like I go, yeah, trying to take all the venom out of his mouth. Yeah.
All right. As Maldrick, you gingerly put your face close to his, and your lips look as you try suck out whatever kind of disease or poison he has. You feel at first the weird soft dryness of his frozen lips, and then your teeth almost connect to his in a weird way that you didn't mean to press too far in to his mouth. You don't want to be too invasive, but even as you draw back to spit out whatever kind of poison or liquid that's inside his mouth, your teeth seem to still be touching his. And as you draw back to have a better look at his face, you realize that where there was normal human lips before, you see an elongated snout, these rat-like teeth out front, bulging out, super sharp from the front, still connected, touching your teeth. You see his bones seem to be shifting in a super unnatural way as they creak and crack and twist and contort. His skin going a deathly pale of shade of grey. What are you doing as you witness this transformation?
I, without any hint of fear, take a stylish step back, and I calmly tell Drobunga, man, I think you should blow this guy up right now.
Alright, so because we've technically entered a fight right now, we will get you guys to roll for initiative. Although because you guys did say, Drobunga, you did say that you were holding a spell just in case anything happened at the start of initiative, regardless of what happens, you will get a spell off. You will be able to fire a spell because, you know, that's what good planning gets you.
Then myself.
Alright, so.
Oh, Nyx is gone.
Oh.
He was holding the spell too long. Oh.
He's back.
Oh. There
He's back. He's back. Alright.
Gigantamax.
So, quickly here, a quick thing on combat basics before we start the thing. So combat is turn-based, guys. Players and enemies take turns deciding the actions like attacking, casting spells, or moving. Usually takes two forms: theater of the mind or using maps. Maps is the one you typically associate with D&D, where you see like a battle map and squares and little figurines on the board. But for smaller combats as well, it actually can be better and more fun doing Theater of the Mind. Theater of the Mind pretty much is what you've been doing right now, where you don't have to have a map, you can kind of imagine what's happening. As long as the battles aren't too big, you can also do it that way. There's a few key terms. Initiative is pretty much what everyone rolls at the start of combat to see the turn order. The higher dex you have, the better your initiative will be. But pretty much use your dex, add your proficiency modifier, which is +2 to it, and that's your initiative bonus. Attack rolls, that's just what you use to hit someone. Damage rolls are going to be a different dice you use depending on your weapon or spell, and saving throws depending on If you're making a saving throw, you're trying to dodge, attack, or resist the spell. If the enemy is doing it, they're trying to dodge your attack or resist your spell. But for now, going back here, you guys can all roll initiative. So roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier +2. So Milem has a 5 +5. Nyx and Ryza has a +4.
Whoa.
Alright. Ryza with the first natural one. Alright. And so let me just roll a... There we go. Okay, he didn't roll too high either there, guys. So, initiative 10 is going to be... Mlem first.
Me and Malum are the same, though.
Wait, plus 13.
Don't I get +4? He gets +3.
No, he gets plus
get plus-
5.
Wait, dexterity, right?
Yeah.
I get +3
Cool.
on dexterity.
+3? Oh, okay. Wait, let me just double check
Oh, yeah.
for dex if it adds your proficiency modifier or not. 1 second. Yeah. Let me just check your character. Just to make sure if it's only dex or not.
Maldrick, I choose you.
Maldred. It's
Alright.
like the cry of magic.
Oh, okay. No, it's just your dex modifier. It's not plus a proficiency. Okay, it's literally just your dex modifier. Alright. There we go. So I guess
So what, 13 +3 then?
yeah, 13 plus 3 for Mlem, plus 2
Yeah.
for you, and then plus 2 for Rise
Yeah.
as well. Alright, so
So Mlem, me, Ryza.
yes. Maldrick, you are up first, but before that, because Drobunga was holding a spell, what kind of spell were you holding?
Just a fireball.
Alright.
Basic.
Basic fire
Easy.
bolt.
Mhm.
Alright, so you are going to roll a d20 and add +7 to it.
Yeah, damn. 23.
Oh my god! It's the real rat monster.
It evolved.
Alright.
Yeah, damn.
Okay, that definitely hits. Roll damage. I believe firebolt should be at least a d10, maybe.
Am I on the cart right now? Do I
Yes,
have like
you
height
are.
advantage?
You are on the cart, so you have a perfect line of sight of him. So you can roll
Do
your
I get height
d10.
advantage? No, is that a
No.
thing? I get the high ground.
All right. Once again, now you're casting a firebolt. Describe how Drobunga casts his firebolt.
Drobunga stands up from the back of the cart where he's been waiting this whole time. He adjusts his glasses slightly, and as he does, he smiles, and a little shiny glint comes off the corner of his glasses, and then he goes, "Fire!" And then instantly, like that, as the ping of his glasses, it just instantly, with the quick snap of his wrist, he's already casted it before anyone else could even react. He's just that quick.
So as Magic, almost simultaneously, as Magic does a smooth step backwards, dropping this twisting transforming were-rat onto the ground, the firebolt streaking past misses Maldrick by centimeters as it wishes past, and it lands square right onto the were-rat's chest. You see flames erupt for a second, and Maldrick being the closest, you smell the smell of burning fur as the flames are quickly settled down because of the cold and the snow. leaving a blackened circle area on the were-rat's chest. Alright, very nice. Next in the list. First up now, Maldrick. Seeing that just past you, what are you gonna do? You're on the top of initiative.
Wait, so there was nothing left? Just a pile of ashes?
No, just a pile, like, it hit the were-rat's chest, and there's like a circle of a burn mark scorched into the chest, but he's still right there.
I wonder if he's still alive.
Well, as it hits it,
I walk over.
as it hits the were-rat, you hear as it screams out in pain and turns angrily its focus towards Drobunga.
Oh crap! Okay, I've seen this. We gotta hit its head. Gotta chop it clean off. I clench my butt cheeks once again. Call upon the power of Zane, the baby girl. And give me some kind of spell to remove his head.
All right.
Perhaps like some slashing magic or something. I actually don't know what I can do.
Yeah, I mean, later on when we play properly, I will help you pick up the proper spells and everything that you guys want. If for your characters as well. But for now, one of the main spells that warlocks use is called Eldritch Blast. It is considered a cantrip. What a cantrip is a cantrip is like
what cats get high on, isn't
it? Catnip.
No, that's catnip.
Oh,
but a cantrip is it's like a spell that doesn't run out, so you can use it over and over again. It doesn't use up a spell slot for you. So normally Eldritch Blast, you can use it from a distance and hit it, but for you as well, I'll allow you to use it in combat, and you can shape it however you want. How does your Eldritch Blast look coming from your tentacle?
Okay. With Zane wrapped around my arm, more extended than where my hand ends, has an Eldritch Blast and fires it in a laser swiping motion from right to left and goes right through the neck. Or he attempts to.
So as you try slash through its neck using the tentacle, roll a d20 to see if you hit.
oh God! No!
Natural 20. So for natural 20, what that means is you double your dice score. So for your damage, an Eldritch Blast does 1d10 damage. Roll the d10 and double that damage.
Okay.
Alright, so
16.
8 going to 16. With 16. At first, okay, so as you swing down, try to take its neck clean off, you feel that kind of toughness of the fur matted together, trying to provide resistance against your slash. But soon, with the power of the tentacle, you see it kind of almost buzzing like a saw, starts to make its way through, and as you press harder with all of your might, flexing those muscles, you feel the blade penetrate deeper and deeper and deeper until it's firmly wedged a good 4 inches down into its clavicle. Yet, with your blade almost stuck there, you see the were-rat spit in blood running down from the wound and from its mouth now, but it seems to still be just hanging in there.
Just.
And now, its attention that was on Drobunga is right on you. As now it's go. So, with the were-rat right next to you, it tries to pull the blade out, but seems firmly stuck. So it's gonna grab hold of your firm muscles with both clawed hands, and it's gonna try to take a bite of your neck. Alright.
Ooh.
Alright, with a 12, I'm gonna give it only a plus 3 to hit. But even then, because of your nakedness... Actually, what is your plus 3? Yeah, you know what? Because of your lack of armor right now, unfortunately, there's not much in the way to protect you from the bite, as it does. 5 points of damage. For you at your level, I would say all of you have around 15 points of health, HP. If you have, who's got the highest con? Alright, I would say Maldrick has 15 points. Dynamax and Drobunga both have 20 points, seeing that they have more con. Alright, now I'm gonna make you do a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
So as you feel the this rat bite into your neck, you feel almost this pulse as you feel a poison enter your bloodstream.
What dice?
A d20.
20. Okay.
Yep. A d20
Oh,
and
shit.
then
Or nor.
you constitute. Wait, you're a warlock. Warlocks get a. Let me just quickly check what saves they get. Saving throw is a wisdom and charisma, so you do not get any bonuses to this. With a 7 plus your charisma, your constitution, which is a 0, you fail that, and you are now considered poisoned, which means any of your attack rolls from now on, you roll at disadvantage. Disadvantage means you roll 2 d20s and take the lower one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's harder to hit now. Alright. Dynamax, as you've seen all of this happen, you see as the hot shirtless guy jumped off, tried to pick up the man turned into a were-rat. Drobunga blasted him. Magic tried to cut his head off, but didn't quite. And now this rat is feasting on Magic's neck. What are you doing?
Okay. Is he literally feasting as we speak?
Yeah, you can see the fangs buried deep into the shiny trapezius muscles. Traps.
Okay. Let's see. With my club in hand, I make a high jump out of the cart and onto the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And then, bracing myself, I get into a stance, preparing to charge into what seems to be a mutation, ready to tackle it away from the naked man and onto the ground, using my club as a means of making sure that I avoid making contact with him physically.
Okay. I would say because he isn't too far away, roll an athletics or acrobatics check for me. And if you score high enough, then you can reach him on this turn.
Okay.
So add your, I guess for you, athletics, since you're a fighter, so add plus 5 to this. Oh, natural 20. Alright, since it's a natural 20, 25. Easily, describe how you almost fly over to Magic's side.
Okay. With an uncharacteristic swiftness and strength, I charge in, club directly in front of me, as though I'm about to torpedo in onto the rat. I slam the club into the what looks like a mutation's stomach, driving it away from the naked man and straight onto the snowy ground, keeping my club firmly intact on the stomach to make sure that I can keep him down.
So are you trying to deal damage or push him away from Maldrick?
Push him away, I guess. Yeah.
All right.
And trying to drive him into the ground with the club.
Okay, so as you try this maneuver, you put your club firmly against the stomach and heave with all your might. Make another contested athletics check. So you're gonna use your athletics against the rat's one. But I'll give you advantage since you have the momentum of your natural 20 jump flying across. So you can roll 2 d20s and take the higher one.
Okay, 2d20. Ooh.
Okay,
That
so
would
you can
be
take the
19 being
19.
higher.
Yep. 19 plus the 7 for you. Right? Yes.
Hey.
No, plus 8. No. Plus 5. Plus 5. 19 plus 5 is a 24. With this, the rat rolls 14 plus 2 is a 16 with ease. Describe how you knock it down on its ass.
Okay. I plunge my club straight into its stomach. It tilts its head backward, distracted by the sudden bludgeoning pain in his midsection as I drive my club onto him, pinning him to the ground, looking down at him as I... wait. Pinning him down, and then I gaze down upon him. I don't have time for this, you disgusting mutant.
Ooh, okay.
Damn.
Wait, I think I might have skipped Nyx's turn. I think Nyx was meant to be straight after Maldrick. I forgot because he went first, but Joe Bunga, get one more turn in.
Oh, yeah!
Normally I should have an initiative tracker, but we're just going off the top of my head. But
So is he like on the floor at this point now?
yeah,
Like,
he is
carrying
on the floor. So we'll say pretty much as you see Dynamax press the club against the rodent and is it driving him to the floor. What do you want to do?
Oh, I don't know. This could be dangerous because he's right on top of him. I don't know what spells I have. I don't know what I can do. What do I have in my arsenal?
For today, anything that you can think of.
I don't know what to do. I feel like I don't want to do anything in case I hurt Dynamax too.
I would say because you were meant to go before Dynamax, this is happening as Dynamax is leaping off the cart, but you have a clear shot right now as the rat is burying its fangs into Maldrick.
If I was to go before Dynamax, I would have probably done the Force spell again to try and push him away from Maldrick rather than do damage directly.
Okay, we can do that.
So maybe as I'm doing that and Dynamax is like hitting him in the distance, I hit mine or attempt to hit mine. And if I do hit it, it could hit them like further away.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, we can do that. Okay, for you, I would say just roll to hit your spell. So roll a d20, then plus 7. Alright, that is a 5 plus 7 is a 12. With a 12, let me check something. Oh, its armor class is 12. So it just hits with a 12. You just managed to hit it. Grabs your magic. So how do you do this attack on it?
Okay, so what's the situation? I'm on the cart still. Maldrick's getting munched, and Dynamax is charging.
Yep.
Okay. Then again, I lift my wand up. I look over to Dynamax and see him running and be like, Dynamax! Do not partake in the snacking. Remember, he is our friend. And then I turn back. I look at him, start spinning my wand around again, and do Forcimus Pistachio Nut. Push. And then that's it. That's the spell.
Mm-hmm. Okay, with that success, as you do it, make a... Okay, so for this, it's going to be similar to what Ryza was doing, trying to contest your spell attack, your intelligence modifier versus the athletics of him trying to resist your spell as well. So roll another d20 plus 5. He's going to make a... Alright.
Oh my.
Actually, for this one, it wouldn't be contested. It would be, since you did the spell and you hit it landed, I think he would make a save for this. So don't worry about your 4. He's going to try and make a save to see if he can resist this. It's going to be a wisdom saving throw for him. No, intelligence saving throw. Now let's see. Alright, you don't have to worry. He rolled a 1.
Let's go!
With a 1, as you do that, he is Madrick, as you're trying to push him off you, as this were-rat has his fangs buried deep into your neck. You feel almost this invisible force and that familiar glow around the were-rat as he is just yeeted off you, thrown 10 feet off onto the ground. And I'll say, because he's already been pushed, Dynamax, as you go up to try push him, you realize that he is already thrown by an invisible force onto the ground. He is prone. I'll let you have a attack on him for free.
Okay.
So roll a...
I just roleplay the attack. Okay. Roll.
Just roll a D... What weapon do you have? I'll say a D8.
The club. D8. Okay. Okay.
Alright. With 4 damage. Dynamax, if you want to.
Okay.
Describe how you finish him.
Alright. He's already driven to the ground because of Mr. Bunga, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as the elf reaches the abomination with all his might, he swings his club backward, building up momentum, and slams the club straight smack into his... I can change the where I hit, right?
Yep.
Or do I still have to hit?
Okay. No, yeah, that's fine. Since as well, if I say like finish it or finish him or finish them or whatever, that means that you've done enough damage that you have defeated them, so you get to add your own style points on how you want to finish it.
Oh, okay.
This is like a fatality.
Okay. Let's go Mortal Kombat. Okay.
Let's go.
Swing my club, recalling how viciously he bit into the naked man just earlier. With one last breath, he says, "That mouth ain't going anywhere ever again." And with those final words, he slams the club straight into the mouse's face, crushing any sign of it ever being there.
As
that's brutal.
Your club swings against the skull of this were-rat. You hear the sickening crack and crunch as bones snap beneath the brute force of your swing. And as you lift your club up, there's a barely recognizable contorted face of the were-rat as it shifts momentarily, and in a weird, gruesome display, it half transforms back into human, but not fully. Almost like a twisted combination, almost like a chimera of a rat and human parts, but does not move any further.
Oh, the guilt is setting in. What have we done?
Guilt schmilt, look at this thing. Who knows what it could have done to us if we didn't stop it from whatever the heck it was doing to that guy over there. The elf points to the naked man, looking at the physical looking at the physical
Yeah, we're looking.
damage it's done. Eyes trailing to the bite mark
Alright.
as he narrows his eyes.
Dynamax, as you look towards Maldrick as well, from behind you, you hear the unsteady, uncertain words of Pete, as he's like, whoa, wait, and you hear a loud truncheon. As you turn around, you see Pete was too frightened and shocked about what just happened that he couldn't stop the oxen in time, and the cart has now crashed, although not at a very fast pace, into the fallen tree.
Ooh.
Jerabunga, I'm gonna have to make you do make a strength check for me to see if you can hold on to the top of the cart. Alright. Oh, you are pretty strong. With that,
Damn.
you see you brace for impact. You see the two oxen at the front. They are still able to almost do a small leap over the tree in front. But as the wheels come into contact with the trunk, you brace for impact and you manage to hold on solidly as the two front wheels of the
Bloody hell, hold on!
two front wheels of the cart ram right into the trunk, and you hear wood splinter. Oh!
Ah! Fuck!
I'm so sorry. Oh my God! Our wheels. Oh, are you alright, sir?
Oh, yes, thankfully I'm fine. How about you, Peter?
Oh, I think what's happened?
You
Just a
asking me?
little skirmish.
Don't worry about that. The threat has been neutralized. Can we still get... How far away are we from town? Can we walk the rest of the way, maybe? You'll be fine here, won't you?
We might be able to walk the rest of the way, but we're going to arrive after sundown if we do that.
Lads, I am also badly poisoned. May I suggest a small encampment?
Was it Maldrick, sir?
Oh, yes.
You see, Pete kind of turns to Jerabunga, and in a voice on the cart where it's only audible to Jerabunga, Pete turns to you, Jerabunga. That naked guy, he just got bitten by that thing. You think he's gonna be okay?
Well, I think he'll be just fine, Peter. Have you seen the size of his glutes?
But what if he turns into one of those things?
Nothing phases that man. One clinch of his butt cheeks can get him through anything. We will take good care of him, though. Don't worry. We'll keep a close eye on him. Make sure no funny business is to happen. But do you recommend anything in town? Do you have anything against this, seeing as this is a a local problem? Do you have any antidotes or anti-venoms in town, sir?
Oh, well, no, I haven't, I've never seen this in my life, sir. I don't even know what's happening now. I'm kind of scared of going to town. I don't know what's happening. I've never seen this. We only have normal herbs for healing in town.
Bloody hells. Fine. Maldrick, sir,
Yeah.
you're fucked. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm not sure what we do from here. Dynamax, do your elven races know the arts of potions or alchemy?
Calm down, calm down. If there's a poison there, then how long has it been exactly since he got bitten? Few minutes, say?
Exactly 4 minutes and 27 seconds.
4 minutes. The elf looks towards the cart and back to the man he calls Pizza. So, pepperoni pizza. What supplies do we have on this cart anyway?
Not much, to be honest. I have some rations, and this car was only meant to be for picking up adventurers to come help. We don't really have too much on it.
Is that so? Well then, I think we're gonna have to maybe try and handle this like any other poison. The elf slowly walks to Maldrick, dragging his club, the end still bloodied from the contact with the mutation from just earlier.
Dromanga said, what's he gonna do?
Just watch and see, Peter. The art of the sucky sucky.
So, how are you feeling, Maldrick? Any pain there? Any tingling?
Oh yeah, something's tingling. All right.
Okay, calm down, you. No funny business. All right, let's see that bike mark.
Maldrick moves his hair, swipes his hair back to his back to show his full chest for Dynamax. And tilts his head to get the closer look on the neck vein.
The elf looks on at Maldrick, observing the wound.
Drobunga, with a smile on his face, pulls out his iPhone 15 and starts recording.
All right, TikTok. Looking at the wound, the elf contemplates whether or not he decides to attempt on sucking out whatever infection that might have made its way through the
Maldrick
bite mark.
looks into Dynamax's eyes and locks eyes and attempts to charm him to do it, regardless of whatever he's thinking about.
Is there a role for that?
Can we roll for this?
I mean, you can roll. Normally when it's against other players, it's based on your roleplay and what you think it's gonna work, rather than actually, unless you cast a spell. If you're just trying to charm each other, it's more based on what you think, based on your knowledge of the two characters, what would happen.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I want to use a natural. This is my natural charisma. No funny business.
Oh, natural charisma.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Dynamax, looking on at Maldrick, perplexed by his expression, looks at him and looks up at him and says, "What are you doing? What's with that face?"
Maldrick says nothing but continues to stare in his eyes and has a slight smirk while shifting his body closer where the wound is.
All right. Maldrick, with a face of continued... Is perplexion even the word? Still perplexed from Meldrick's movement, allows himself to press closer onto the naked man.
Wait!
Is-
Dynamax, watch out! Meldrick
That,
and Dynamax
That-
look confused. Oh! Sorry. I saw the tentacle getting harder. I thought he was preparing to attack. I thought he was preparing for an attack. I apologize. Carry on, boys.
all right. The elf looking back at Trobunga. Looks at him with exasperation. Relax, I got this. If it comes right down to it, I'll clobber the bastard. Turning his attention back to Meldrick, he raises his right hand and grips onto the side of Meldrick's neck that was not bitten. He pulls Meldrick close to him,
Oh.
his mouth inching closer to the bite. Do you mind? The elf asks. Consent is a thing, after all, regardless of whether I'm trying to save you or not.
The hard tentacle flinched at that question, for it made him very happy in one way or another, and said, "Not at all."
All right. Without wanting to waste any further time, he plants his mouth straight onto the bite.
We begin to reenact that one scene from Vanitas no Carte.
Torrential sucking noises echo through the snowy air as he insistently tries to draw out whatever toxins might have entered Maldrick's system, wasting no time to allow any of it to go further into his body.
All right, I'm gonna have you make 3 Constitution saves.
Okay.
DC is 15. As when you do suck the poison out, you are also technically confronting the poison. So, if you can get all 3,
Okay.
you completely remove the
Okay.
poison. 2,
Okay.
you remove most of it. 1, only a little bit. So D20s plus a
3 D20s, right?
yep. You can roll them one at a time.
3. Okay. Oh, dang. Okay. Damn, this feels like Pokemon TCG all of a sudden. Alright, D20. Okay. First roll. Oh!
Okay. Mhm.
That's a little bit. Second one.
Ooh.
Okay.
Actually, get a
And the
plus
final one?
7 for
Oh
all
my
of them.
god. Oh, plus 7 for all of them. Okay.
All right, so 2 of them. As you begin strong, you are. Describe how.
Okay.
Describe how Dynamax extracts the poison from Maldrick.
Okay. Fixed. Focused on the task at hand, he sucks deeply into Maldrick's neck. Just as he feels a buildup in his mouth, a mix of blood, saliva, and a rather strange tasting substance mixing into both, he temporarily withdraws his head, spitting the mix from his mouth onto the snowy ground. as a precautionary measure, he plants his mouth back onto Maldrix's neck, making sure to wipe whatever residue may remain. He allows his tongue to linger around Maldrix's neck.
Bloody hell, Pete! You seeing this? This old boy's giving him the hawk tour.
I'm not gonna lie, Drabonga, sir. I'm not sure who I'm jealous of right now.
It's okay. I'll send you the video after.
On his second, just as the mix of saliva and blood build up once again, he notices that the peculiar taste becomes rather faint. Deciding that he may have sucked out what he could, he withdraws his mouth once again and spits the residue onto the snowy ground anew. Looking back at the neck, he tilts his head, trying to observe for any peculiarity that might remain. Satisfied with his work, he smirks at Maldrick. How do you feel?
That was a feeling I've never felt before. I could get addicted, but I do feel a lot better. Thank you so much, Dynamax.
All right, so Dynamax, as you tried your best to extract the poison from Maldrick's neck, you see what at first seemed like almost these black spider veins twisting from the bite. After the extraction, and you trying your best, they have withdrawn quite significantly, but only a few faded lines remain around the mark. But, Maldrick, as you look at your savior, looking up at Dynamax's lips, they are tinged with the slightest bit of black as well.
This does feel a bit... I feel my lips a bit tingly, though, after that. And I'm not talking about anything that relates to any weird stuff, so to speak, if you get my drift.
Right. Well, I could help with that tingly feeling in your lips that is also not related to weird stuff.
Oh, is that so? And how do you propose we do that?
I could use one of my handy dandy tools that is equipped within my orifice to be able to wipe the tingling sensation away from your mouth using the power of Zane.
What do you think about this, Drobunga?
I don't even know what's going on anymore. What has this turned into? Are we just reading fan fiction at this point? Yeah, I'm just.
Let me mark, goddammit!
You know,
me and Pete are just filming in the background, still just like smiling.
I've DM'd a lot of
is
things
good
that go
stuff.
off the rails, but never like this. I should have expected it, guys.
Shut up.
I should have totally expected this coming from
I don't know what to say,
Ravenous.
but... Room for one more?
All right, I'm gonna be like, I don't know. At this point, I think it's better if we move forward. Maybe we can get more information and see if any of the other people from town might have experienced the same thing.
At this point, it's already dark. We've been here for the last
It's the next
15
day
minutes.
they were making out for the whole night.
Yeah.
All right, so based on that, I was going to describe, but you guys did that perfectly. For different things, encounters, there are different ways to accomplish or beat different encounters without combat and making ability checks, just like how Dynamax just did, is the final way. Normally there's some puzzles you can think of, so encounters don't always have to be combat. They can be puzzle related or situation related, where the players have to use their skills on hand or think of creative ways that isn't just unga bunga I hit something to resolve it, and for the most part they were successful. So congratulations guys.
Woo!
Alright.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Yes, so that was, obviously there's a lot more of this story that we could tell, but that was the introduction to D&D.
To be
Aww.
You guys are naturals. We're gonna have such a fun time when we actually play a proper session. Once I plan something properly for you guys, it's gonna be such a fun time.
I can't wait.
I will try not to make you guys wait too long. I would definitely make sure soon, in the next few weeks, I will brush up on my one shot that I have for you guys, and then we will be playing it sometime soon, guys. It won't be continued from here, guys, because we are adding Nayu as well. But you guys did so well. Congratulations. How well did these guys do? Let's get some claps in chat, guys, for these three.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay. Yes, I should have known it was going to go.
What's the name of the person that leads the D&D campaign again?
DM, Dungeon Master.
Oh, DM. Okay.
Yeah, the DM.
Don't forget to tip your DM for a good demo, chat. Yay!
Yeah.
But these boys were amazing at this. Once again, I hope you enjoyed and understood that kind of introduction to D&D as well. Next time we play, we'll be doing a proper session, which we'll try to do and finish in one go as well. Nai will definitely be joining us for that, and everyone will have proper character sheets, everyone will have proper roles, they have all of their spells and everything they need to know, and new shiny characters. So if you're curious about what kind of characters they're gonna create next, make sure you join on our next D&D stream, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, big thank you to the boys. Do you want to introduce yourselves once more? Going from left to right.
Okay. Once again, my name is Riser Blazingfang, aka Dynamax. Dynamax the Fighter from First Stage Production, EN Second Generation Ravenous. And yeah, please make sure to check out the boys. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And me, of course, Nix Voltaire, aka Drew Bonga, the Wizard Scholar from Arcadia. Thank you for joining. Subscribe. Make sure you like the stream. Everyone like the stream right now.
Yeah, subscribe
and buy the
to
merch.
all of the Ravenous boys. All of them. Mm-hmm. And Brent.
Yeah.
And buy the merch.
And buy the merch.
My name is Malam Sindari, aka Naldric the Seventh, just a chilling guy. So chill, in fact, he bought all of Ravenous's 1 month anniversary goods.
Damn, what a Chad.
What
Don't you guys want to be like Maldrick? I wish I was like Maldrick.
Good point, actually, Maldrick. I couldn't help but notice your wonderful plump buttocks. You must please send me your workout routine after this stream. I would much like to have such a figure as yourself.
Oh yes, all I do is I go to this website called boot.com and mouse right under my butt, and I do 5 squats each time, purchasing a different good set from each 5 members of Ravenous.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
what a
that's
good
purchase
workout.
Quite a lot, though.
Damn.
And that's how I got my gluteus maximus.
Damn, that's crazy.
Well, I'm off to Booth then.
Yes,
Ta-ta for
guys,
now.
so if you
Cheerio.
want a booty like Maldrick the 7th star, you know what to do. Alright, thank you once again for joining, and Adzenturers, Ravenites, Rizos, Roombies, Cinderbuns, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I can't wait to run a proper session with these boys. But until then, that's gonna be it for now. Actually, let's see who's streaming. Let's see if we can raid into anyone.
Oh.
When in doubt, Zanny's probably live.
That's true.
Very
I think
true.
Cass is live
oh,
right now.
Cass is live. All right, let's send you to Mother.
Mother.
Oh, he's playing Homie Cypher. Alright, once again, thank you so much to the boys and for everyone who came and watched. Make sure you subscribe to all of Revelum, guys. Make sure you buy our 1 month merch, everything like that. Subscribe, like, catch up, follow us on Twitter. And until next time, bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Otsu D&D.
Otsu, bye-bye.
Cheerio! Cha-cha, bye-bye. Yes.